kind of a show. It's called Miles the Dapper Nerd. And
Miles
the Dapper Nerd.
the Dapper
The Dapper Nerd.
Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's awesome.
And also, I just wanted to give you a little something from my
Are
company.
you filming this right now? You should be filming
From my
this.
company, Num Yummies Gourmet Confections Company, as well as an official Miles the Dapper Nerd hat.
Thank
Nice
you,
to meet
brother.
you, sir.
Thank you so much. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. And you got it from the pro shop. There's no plastic on the back of this. This is the real deal.
Oh, you like that kind? You like that kind?
Yes, love it. Love it. Love it. Miles, you said you was an entrepreneur. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up too. Oh, that's you?
Yes, this is me and
Get
my little
out.
sister's company. It's Num Yummies Gourmet Confections Company. We have an assorted variety of gourmet chocolate pretzels.
You'll make me
popcorn,
cry.
and
Stop. Oh my God. Right on, bro. Nice.
Alrighty. Now, if you
Nice.
don't mind, let's commence the interview.
Yes, let's talk.
What's up, guys? It's me, as I said, your boy, Miles the Dapper Nerd. And today I'm going to be interviewing the one, the only, Mr. Glenn Plummer. So, Mr. Plummer, I just had a few questions for you. Now, let's get started.
Yes, sir.
Now, I was wondering, someone who's such a star like you, what's it like to have gone from film to Broadway? I think you were on Broadway?
No, not yet. That's still a future plan of mine. I was just close, but not yet. Close.
So,
Armisen, Mark Taper, Los Angeles Theater Center. That's kind of like Broadway in Los Angeles, but
somewhere, yeah.
So I have to eventually move to New York, and I haven't made that transition yet. But I at some point. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, correction. TV and movies.
Yes.
Including the famous Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Dexter.
Did both of those. A little bit of trivia for you. I was the only person to ever get wrapped in plastic and laid on the table on Dexter that he did not kill.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Nah, you know.
So, what's it like? Like, what's the experience like? Is it just something that you take to heart and you're just like, oh, that was okay? Or is it something that you remember with you always and it just gives you a sense of, now I know that I can do this, this is something that I can ensure for my career?
Well, acting is, and being on television and doing films is just what I do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I will continue to do it. The only reason why the last part of that question is just kind of up in the air, because it's really not up to me whether or not it solidifies a space for me in this business. One of the things you have to do, you have to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You always have to reinvent yourself. You always have to try and stay current. It's very important. Hence, I did this movie, Gifted, that's playing in the movie theater, not the movie theaters, in the airplanes right now. It just left the movie theaters, about a 9-year-old girl who was a mathematical genius. Right? So people are going to take their kids to see it. I play the lawyer to her uncle who's trying to save her from being, like, sequestered by her grandmother and put into some institute where they can teach her more mathematics. And he's just trying to give her a normal life. So I play a lawyer in that movie. But what I'm saying is, you always have to try and reinvent yourself. And that's the first time I got to play a lawyer in the 29 years, 30 years I've been in this business.
Wow.
So it doesn't solidify anything, from one movie to the next. It's just, it's a constant hustle. It's, you're always auditioning unless you become, super duper famous. And then the only problem with that is once you become super duper famous and they stop using you, then it's really hard to get work after that because, people don't see you as, but fortunately for me, I've been able to just, do a lot of different character roles. And, so they still call me like, oh, we need somebody to be in jail, or, we need somebody to play a dad, or we need a police officer or something like that. You know what I mean? They still give me opportunities to do those things.
All right. Another question for you. Since you've starred in a lot of movies as well as written a lot of movies, can you recite every single word from some of these? Not to be putting you on the spot or whatever.
No, I couldn't. In fact, some people walk up to me and go, "Oh man, I saw you in this movie," and I go, "Oh, that's right, I did do that movie, didn't I?" I don't even remember some of them. And some TV shows I've done I haven't even watched.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it gets like that sometimes.
That's
No, seriously, because some of it's a job. You know, sometimes you get a part and it's just a job. You show up, you do it. It's what I love to do. They pay us a lot of money sometimes to do some pretty inept stuff.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen some, you know, there's some television out there that's just bad. But, you know, you're an actor, and there's no small parts. There's only, you know, writers who don't know your work. That's what I always say.
So, what would you say to influence people who might be looking to star in movies or write their own movies?
The latter part of that is the best way to get started in this business. Is one thing that I didn't do that I should have done is I always thought that because I was an actor and, you know, I was going to be good at it, that was going to garnish me more roles. And, you know, but it doesn't. And if you can write and develop your own roles, you see, and then produce your own stuff, put yourself in your movies and things like that, that will guarantee you places in this business if you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a really fairly decent writer, then, you know, you can do stuff, you know, and you can develop your own projects. And once you get in the business, Hollywood is not, you know, a place that doesn't use their own. Once you get in, they'll use you, you know, if you come with a valuable commodity. But, you know, like myself, you know, and some other actors that I know, but right now I'm getting around to it. You know, some of us just sat around and waited for breakdowns and waited for somebody to write something that we could do. You know, we were always doing stuff like that. And, you know, in the last 5 years, well, not the last 5 years, because I did write movies that I wanted to star in, but, excuse me, in the last 5 years, you know, I have since, I guess, been trying to push those films and, you know, get stuff out there for myself that I've created.
So if you had to, and here's the bonus question, if you had to tell us who inspired you to have an acting career as well as star in all these films, who would it be?
Glenn Turman.
So yourself.
Okay, no, my name's Glenn Plummer. Glenn Turman.
Oh, Turman.
Turman was on A Different World. He played the military.
Jaleesa's husband.
Yes, in A Different World.
Oh.
He's also done a whole bunch of everything, but the one film he did that inspired me to act was a film called Coolie High. When I was a kid, he played Preach in Coolie High, and you know, he was the kid that grew up in the neighborhood, deprived neighborhood, but he was the one smart dude. You know, him and Lawrence Hilton Jacobs starred in the movie, and Glenn Turman was the, you know, he was the dapper nerd.
Oh,
Glasses with the Band-Aid in the middle, but he was cool. He was a writer. He was going to Hollywood, I think, too, right? To go write. Yeah, he was doing all that, you know, and he lasted the longest in the film. Lawrence Jacobs ended up dying in the movie, but the thing is that, you know, he never knew that, you know, and then I told him, you know, after, you know, whatever, he actually came to the premiere of South Central. And we were standing on some stairs, and I'll never forget it. He walked up, he's like, man, that movie, blah, blah, blah. And I looked him in his eyes, and I said, you're the reason I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah, Glenn Turman is the reason that I wanted to become an actor. Because I wanted to be Preach. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be the guy that got out of the neighborhood. Because I grew up in a similar neighborhood. I grew up in the Easter Hill Projects, you know. I was the kid at the end of the projects that the project moms didn't want their kids playing with.
Wow.
Yeah, that was me and my brother and sister. We were at the end down there, mother on welfare, cleaning other people's houses and stuff like that. That's how I grew up. Basically, I mean, not the whole, because my mother eventually went and became an RN nurse, you know, got her nursing degree and everything, and then we moved out of those projects into some better projects. We tried to buy a house at one point, I remember, but that fell through. And then we ended up in these other, I guess you wouldn't call them projects. They were kind of like townhouses or something. And that's what they were called, Richmond townhouses. And I lived there till I was 25, and I moved to LA. I sure did. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for conducting this interview with me, sir.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the Gourmet Chocolate Popcorn.
No, this is going to be, I mean, I'm going to tell you this right now. If I ever get a chance to do a live interview or a television interview, I'm wearing this hat.
No way.
I swear it on my mom. I'm gonna have this hat on. This is
Pay attention.
This right here is the essence of success. And if anybody's watching this, really? Come on. Yummies? Seriously. Bruh. I tell my son all the time, my son, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14. My son's 12. He'll be 13 December 14th.
Oh, wow.
And he watches YouTube all the time. And he watches these guys and how they react to these TV shows, these videos and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, that guy, Corey. You ever watch that?
Nope.
Good for you.
I do gaming.
That's fine. He does too. But the thing is I always tell him, why are you watching these guys on YouTube? You should have your own YouTube show. You know what I mean? He's 12 and he's a gamer and he watches YouTube. I said, you should have your own YouTube show. This is your own YouTube show. You know what I'm saying? This is your own YouTube show. 14 years old. This dude do not know who Corey, whatever that guy's name is.
Oh, yeah, now I think I know.
Yeah, you know who he is because Kevin Hart paid him to come to his son's birthday. I don't know his last name. But he flew the dude out to L.A. because his son was having a birthday party. He wanted this kid at his birthday party. You know what I mean? And because that's where that is. But anyway, man,
Thank you so much.
And you should have my email address and anything that you're involved in, anything that you do. I think you should. I'm going to give you my email address because whatever it is, if you need anything from me, you call me. If you need me to appear anywhere,
Gotcha.
you call me. My word on your show, I'll come. If I'm not busy, I will show up.
All right,
All right, brother?
Thank you so much.
All right, man. You be good.
Peace out, guys. Enjoy the video. Comment if you did. Peace.
Yay! Thank you.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was awesome.